Okay, YouTube, over the past decade, I've watched a ridiculous amount of content about van life and those types of topics. Many of the ideas that I've gotten, most of the ideas, in fact, that I got for this Honda Element came from the content that I've digested. So I figured it would be, it's my duty, or it's all of our duty, to try to give back a little bit to the YouTube community and for those who may seek to do this type of thing in the future. So what I'm about to show you is my 2005 Honda Element. It's got 183,000 miles. I purchased it, did a little bit of work, regular maintenance that needed done to a vehicle that had this type of mileage, and kind of outfitted it for a trip from Pennsylvania to Colorado. I'm currently on day 8 of that trip. I did this 20 plus years ago in an old Toyota pickup truck with a camper on the back. It was lovingly named the Bandit. I'll put a picture in the video of that vehicle. It was pretty amazing. This is much stealthier, but enough talking. Let's show you what I got here. So I'm currently in a national forest in Colorado in a campground. And we got the Element set up in, that's kind of still mostly in travel mode. So I don't have anything in regards to a fancy fridge or cooler. But I recognize that if this is something that I did on a long-term basis, a solar panel and a fridge would essentially be the only thing that I would need additional to what I have right now. So what we have here is the Swerke design bed. Rather than me go into detail about how I built it, there is an excellent video on YouTube by, if you just Google Swerke bed, you could see exactly how to do it. I'll go ahead and give you a quick tutorial of how this thing works. This is a tri-fold Milford mattress. I go ahead and I just fold this bad boy down just like the Swerke design. The legs are on magnets. See how those guys open up? They come down. You fold out this here mattress. Bam, bed mode. I got my sheets and my sleeping bag in the bottom of this, I don't know, Walmart, IKEA, something of that effect that I've found not being utilized in my house. And I just use these little stirrups that I picked up at Tractor Supply that go to the, well, one goes to the seatbelt anchor. The other one goes over there to the grab handle. And then I put a 2-inch wood screw down through the bottom into the framework that the Swerke bed design utilizes. The reason I really like the Swerke design is because I can put all my crap in here, man. So nothing fancy for water, just somebody else gets these water jugs delivered to their house, and I took the ones that they were gonna throw in the trash. My kitchen, just a simple little setup. Sardines, raisins, almond butter. Gotta have coconut oil for my coffee. A camp stove from like 1998 when I did this before. Oats and a little propane. I still have like a regular camp stove. All in all, I haven't done that much. In fact, I haven't fired the stove up once. I did heat up water to make coffee once at a rest stop. But all in all, it's been a lot of just shopping at Costco, putting stuff in the cooler, and making salads or nut butter, Greek yogurt, raisins. I've been doing a lot of hiking, so I've been burning a lot of calories, so I got to kind of keep the fuel tank going. And so this is my electric setup. It's simple. I know I could do this a lot more complex, but so I went to Tractor Supply, got a solar battery, got a SAE connector attached to the battery, got a 300 watt inverter. So when I'm driving, I plug the 300 watt inverter into the cigarette lighter. I then plug this trickle charger into the inverter, and I plug an SAE connector from the battery charger for the battery. So when I'm driving, it's charging. And then when it's time to chill, I unplug the battery charger, and I have this doohickey that I have on a SAE connector. So I plug it into the battery, and then I plug the inverter into the connector, and I can charge my phone, and I run a little fan that I keep in here to keep me cool. And that's it, man. Simple. Shit doesn't need to be hard. We don't need to make it crazy. But if I was doing this, so if I was staying here for a significant period of time, obviously I'd want solar and not having to go get ice on a regular basis. Like that'd be it, man. I'm good to go. It's not we don't have to make this really hard. We don't need to outfit big Sprinter bands and spend $50,000. I got $3,300 in this Element. I spent another $2,000 fixing it up, and that's a lot of tanks of gas. And lots of tanks of gas means lots of traveling, lots of mountains, lots of hiking, and that's where I don't know if you're like me. That's what you like to do. But these Elements kind of kick ass. This is a 2-wheel drive, manual transmission. So it's kind of like beating around a Honda Accord with a box on the back of it that you got all kinds of space for. So it's pretty cool. Oh, I guess one thing I should make note of, Reflectix, that's my window covers that are up there. Cut them out. You could go ahead and put them in the windows. And I was at Walmart, picked up a black shower curtain. And while this design could certainly use some adjustments, I initially just put Velcro up on the top of the headliner using the sticky industrial side. Well, as I pull, and then I put the other side onto the shower curtain. A couple days after pulling it down, though, it was pulling it down off of the top of the headliner. So I got a staple gun, and I stapled it up there. Works pretty good. And then I got one of these little nets that holds my, what I do is after I come out of Planet Fitness, put my wet towel and my stinky clothes up here. I'm out in the arid weather of Colorado, so that stuff dries really fast, doesn't stink, except the underpants go in dirty clothes. And I take these little binder clips and I clip it to the side just to seal all the light out. And it's worked pretty good. Last night I attempted to camp at Red Rocks, and well, they're pretty good at knowing which vehicles have people sleeping inside of them. So I got booted out of there and went to a truck stop. But it's not as stealthy as one could be. Ideally, I would be doing this in a minivan. I like the idea. My dream vehicle is a Toyota Sienna, especially now that they are hybrids. 35 miles to a gallon is pretty awesome for something you can live out of. I've been getting between 23 and I had one tank that was at 27 miles to a gallon. I cannot squawk at that at all. This is in the summer of 2022. Gas prices for regular, I've paid in Pennsylvania $5 a gallon, and probably the lowest I've paid was about $4.50 a gallon. So, I mean, I hope you guys that are watching this that care about Honda Elements and living this type of lifestyle take something away from it. Have a nice day. Happy traveling.